Willie G, new member. Thanks for tuning in, brother. See that?
Willie G's not a new member.
It says new member.
Then he just joined for the first time. That's awesome.
Oak Poacher, what's happening? Sugar Smack. Who's fighting, Oak Poacher? Here we are, Saturday Night Live. Finally got a Saturday I don't have to work.
Second one in a row.
Yeah, second one in a row. Ruben C, what's happening, brother? Here we are. Is it 8 o'clock at night? She's feeding the doggies. We got the puppies. Chris, what's up? Louisiana. What's happening? Who's fighting? Salvador Patlan, what's happening, brother? Who's fighting, Oak Poacher? Obviously, I'm not watching it. Wow. What's up, brother? Those of you guys been watching for a while, Oak Poachers. Connor Lewis, what's happening, brother? Boss Lady, Michigan, I love you both. Thank you so much. Sugar Smack, Queenslander, what's happening? Matthew, do it hard indeed, brother. Matthew is a truck driving man. What's up, Jeannie Shelby? Salute to the hometown. John from West Philly. How you like it out there in Philadelphia? So, like I'm from out here in the West. I see a lot of stuff about Philadelphia, drugs, fucked up politicians. They got that guy elected to Congress or whatever that had a stroke. He's like Herman Munster. Does that affect you where you live? Just kind of curious. A lot of people get on me about my posts on Facebook about politics. Things are all right. Things are good, brother. Just working and living a dream. I do post a lot of shit on Facebook and Instagram about politics. What's up? They shut down one of my Facebook or my Instagrams. So now my Instagram is just Hard Intentions for those of you that were on my Instagram page. I had like 6,500 hit that link. Oh yeah, please hit the like and please subscribe. We have 25,000 subscribers. That blows my mind. It really does. Yeah, so Instagram shut down one of my Instagram page, Mitch Smiley 790. So now I have just Hard Intentions, which whatever. I violated their standards, I guess. So, but here's the deal. I had a not really an argument, but a heated debate or conversation about Lake Water. What's up, brother? And about something, politics with somebody, But if you do, it's like one side's saying it like it is, and the other side's in denial, or the other side just doesn't give a fuck, And so I just ended up posting, Republican violates the standards. Not even a Republican, brother, just having a sensible values and points of view, Lake Water, that's right. I said it before, I don't care what side of the aisle person is, if he's a politician and makes sense, I'm all for it. If the person has a solution to a problem, I don't care who they are, as long as it's a decent solution. But it just seems to me like, there's someone at work, they go, I hate Trump. I said, why? What did he do to make you hate him? And they go, I just hate him. No answer. They just been told to hate him, so they hate him. And I think that's how a lot of people are in mainstream society. They see what the media says about people. And Christopher Lake, what's happening? And that they just go by that, They don't research stuff, or they'll research stuff from a a biased news outlet, and it's been proven now that news media is. Roger, what's happening? It's almost 11 in Deep South, in San Pedro, California. That's right. That's right, G. Well, I am from Dago, so. What's up, John? And by the way, if you guys haven't checked it out, this is his brother's 928 shirt company. There's a camera. Check him out. Arizona made. We've been doing good, Billabong Matt. Well, a lot of people watch mainstream media and they believe everything that it says. But I remember when I was a kid, you know, it was like Joe Friday said, the facts, man, just the facts. News media is not just the facts anymore. It's more like news entertainment. It's not the facts. It's not the news. It's entertainment. And you have people up there, personalities. It's like cult of personality, you know. You fall in love with some newscaster and everything he says is gospel. I can't believe that The View is on TV still. They're so out there, you know. But people love them, so I imagine they believe everything they say, you know. But all I know is I think if yeah, they intentionally deceive people, you know. They do, and I think if we 2 blocks outside Philadelphia, Dem run over 70 years, all downhill since circus, different clowns, same circus, different clowns. Wow, wow. See, there it is there, and that's a person that lives there. So, and I lived in California. I could say it's only gotten worse since we left. You know. It's just too much shit, man. So I think, you know, we need more channels and more, you know, like that's why I don't really have a problem with my Facebook page, using it to say what I think's going on in the world, because too many people don't. And I don't want some rebuttal from Yahoo News or some news media that's friendly and with the Democrat Party. You know, or lefty organizations, or gets funding from George Soros and his cronies. George Soros is only one guy, but there's probably at least 10, and I'm sure my friend Matthew McCall can tell me who they are. There's probably at least 10 guys like George Soros who might even be wealthier than him that support the left-wing causes and the destruction of our country. And, you know, there's people that fail to believe that, hey, what's up? There's people that fail to believe that Joe Biden is so dirty that he can't, you know, it's not just him, but you have politicians that are so dirty and so corrupt that people have dirt on them. They can't do what they would like to do, and as politicians, they can't do what's right. They have to do what they're told to do. Otherwise, all the dirt on them will come out. You know, it's like, what prostitutes did they go with? Who'd they take money from? All that shit. There's people that have accountability for all that shit, you know? Yeah, we need cool, right? You know, there should be term limits, I think. You know, governors are 2 terms, presidents are 2 terms. What's up, Terry? Good deal, brother. I hope you're feeling well. How come people in the Congress and the Senate don't have term limits? I don't get that. State and federal, you know, and don't act like state senators and Congress people. They're not corrupt, because they're just as corrupt as the ones in Washington, D.C., you know. Power corrupts, you know. These guys do insider trading to become multimillionaires. Be quiet, Rosie. You know, they become multimillionaires. Do insider trading, which is illegal, which Martha Stewart went to prison for. What do you think about it? Oh, what do you think about it? Huh? What do you, yeah, what do you think about it, huh? Hey, what do you think about it? Yeah, he agrees. Huh, hey, Hey, go like this. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah. All right, buddy. Good dog. He had to make an appearance. I just think, like you said, America first, but Mike, what's up? It goes deeper than that, Yep, that's Bowser. It goes deeper than just America first. No other country in the world borrows money from the international banking community so they can give it to other countries. And most of the money we give is for military bases. It's not and to support corrupt regimes, and it's not something I want. They maintain power for the international banking community. So anyway, having said that bullshit, flying monkeys. Yeah, it's like the Wizard of Oz shit over there. It really has. I mean, they're paying for healthcare for people that are not citizens, to your taxes. They're running a deficit. Big John, what's happening? They have to have some kind of dirt on you, There you go. That's it right there, If they don't have dirt on you, you're fucked. Because he's a dogo, Argentino. He's bred for hunting wild boars, and he killed one of our goats. So, but he's a very friendly dog, huh, Rosie? He puts up with the Chihuahuas bullying him. And by Trump, the rest of those people are corrupt as hell. I seen a thing, just a clip on Instagram, because I definitely don't watch his page, but I don't trust him either. But I saw Sammy the Bull on a clip as I was going through the reels on Instagram, and he said that they tried and they tried and they tried to corrupt Trump, and they couldn't do it. And he said his words, not mine. He said Trump was uncorruptible, and that's why they don't like him. Whether or not that's true, Sammy's a stinking rat, a child killer, and all kinds of other stuff. So, but he doesn't really have any reason to bullshit about Trump. He said they tried like hell to corrupt him, and they couldn't do it. So, I think if Trump was corrupt, it would have to be at a lot higher level than somebody like Sammy the Bull. And I think the fact that Sammy the Bull's living free, man, and he's on YouTube and all these other social networks, and people like him, is a sign of the times. Because I don't think 20, 30 years ago he would be living so comfortable and so open in society after the things that he's done. I know guys do crime, and I don't, anymore, but there's some crimes people commit that I'm not really, I don't really have a problem with. They went to hardcore on Alex Jones. Oh yeah, they went all out on Alex Jones, and now look, a lot of the shit he said especially about COVID, turned out to be true. They paint him to be a nut. They paint him with a nut brush, the psycho brush, which then people believe it. Yeah. So I don't have a problem with certain things people do in society as criminals, but a lot of stuff I do illegally is getting re-rent with your Social Security money, food cards, etc. Now driver's license, Social Security cards. Guess who's voting? Wow. It really pisses me off. Who's the the money being spent on people coming across the border illegally, from Africa and China, especially now, because most of them are not Mexicans coming here to work. Most of them are from China and Sudan, Middle East, Africa. How the fuck they getting here? Well, one of them said straight up, the United Nations paid its way here. The United Nations has a program to bring illegal immigrants into this country, to flood this country. United Nations hates this country. You think of what the United Nations is. That's right. United Nations is a bunch of countries gathered up into one organization that hate us. Bottom line, they're supposed to be united for world peace and all other bullshit. Seriously, intelligent man. I learn a lot from him. Yep. And if you fact checks do serious checks on some of the stuff he says, it's true. My PSA is pretty good. So United Nations is an organization funded mostly by the United States, and it's people from leaders of other countries gathered into one organization to plot basically how to destroy the United States. The guy who wrote the United Nations Charter, who invented it, worked for Franklin Delano Roosevelt. When they found out he was a communist, he fled to Russia. So there you have it. Yep, thousands of military-age men are coming across the border. You, through your politicians, are giving in Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, and blah, blah, blah. 60 countries, Europe invaded too. Yep. They've destroyed Europe, pretty much, except Poland. Update his case of Social Security. I swear there was one white person in there. It was that's not Asians that couldn't speak English. Dude, why are they there? They're not allowed to have Social Security card. They're not even from the United States. Yeah, so they're getting cell phones. They're getting money for food, money for rent, medical, all on our dime. I say you, but actually it's ours because I'm a taxpayer now. So you're funding all that. And I think it needs to stop, and I think we need to get him out. And Trump said we'll have the biggest deportation ever in this country if he gets elected. So, hopefully that'll happen. They need to go back to where they came from. Countries in South America are saying they won't accept them back. Well, tough shit. If he sends them, they're going to be there. Drop them on the tarmac and leave. It's hey, I gotta you guys ever see Chris Farley where he says, man, remember when woo woo woo, that was awesome. So I have a meme on my Facebook page, and it's got him and it's got Nancy Pelosi sitting next to him kind of, and it says, remember when your husband and that male prostitute got in a hammer fight naked, and that was awesome. We can't beat them, cheat them. Yep. They've been doing it for decades. They did it with John F. Kennedy. That's how they got him elected. So, yeah. You know what, man? I really think, well, we can't, not only can we not afford them, Nancy Pelosi's dumbass says that, what's her name? Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, says she's Indian. Come on. That they're good for the economy, that they pay taxes, they add to Social Security. What's up, Zach? How the hell do they add to the economy and pay taxes and all that when they're not even allowed to work? They're not allowed to work. And anyone that hires them is a criminal, bottom line. This isn't just like people coming here from Mexico anymore. I really don't have a problem with Mexico because they're neighbors. And, having good neighbors is, it's smart, to say the least. And some of them dudes I've worked with, they're pretty decent, you know. I worked with a lot of guys from Mexico when I was over in Merced or working. They're decent. It's not them. They're not coming here to work in the farms, do a little construction, send money home to their families, improve their quality of life. These are people coming from Africa, China, the Middle East, all over the fucking place. Pakistan, you got terrorists coming across the border, known terrorists, you know. Yep. And so what they're doing is they're kind of fucking it up for the Mexicans that want to come over here and work. Yeah, a lot of people from Venezuela. So you got guys coming from communist Venezuela, right? So if socialism was so great, why did Venezuela basically become a communist? I work with a guy from Venezuela, and he's here legally. You know, he's here legally. He's waiting on his citizenship. He's got card to work, all that shit. President depends. Yep. And he told me, you know, Venezuela, straight communist. It's bad. Very, very bad. Certain things like religion, heroes, tradition, all this nation together, and these people have nothing in common with us. Nothing. They don't know nothing about World War II. They don't know nothing about Korea, Vietnam. They don't know who our first president was. They don't know who any of our presidents were. They know nothing about our Constitution. There you go. They know nothing about this country. Yep, that's what they're shooting for, the New World Order. With the New World, they can have a New World Order. And what I've said is, you're bringing people into this country who are used to a very low standard of living, as opposed to us who have a moderate to high standard of living. That's what we're used to. That's what we expect. So you're bringing in people who have a very low standard of living. They're living in a hut, using cow pies to cook food over an open flame. I mean, whatever. I'm sure some of them are. That's right. That's right. So the bottom line is now you can say, hey, I'm not going to pay this guy $22 an hour. I'm going to pay this guy $10 an hour. You know, bottom line, I'm going to rent them a shithole where 10 of them can live in a studio apartment. You know, you can abuse them, just like you know, homeboy Jenny, just like Jenny Shelby said right here. You know, they take advantage of them. You can work them out in the fields and then not pay them. You could pull a Juan Corona. You know, you can do whatever you want with them. They're here illegally. And trust me, a lot of unscrupulous people will. But and the government knows that. And that's why they're bringing them here, so they can lower your standard of living. You know? Tashanka, what's up? Yeah, they want to lower our standard of living. They want to bring in the universal income. What's it called, Matthew? Where they want to just give everybody a standard income every month. And then they could use your social credit score as a way to monitor your funds and tell you what you can and can't buy, and digital currency. Where's Snow Rock at? Snow Rock on here? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to destroy what you know as America. So, oh yeah, don't even get me started with that shit. It's bad. You're talking about people that have no scruples. You got the cartel smuggling these guys here. They're making a fortune off of it. Yeah, universal basic income. That's what they want to do. What's up, Big Snow Rock? How you doing, my friend? That's right. Well, you're from San Diego, homeboy. You see, what do you see as far as the illegal immigration coming across into San Diego? Is it bad or, I mean, standing tall with Snow Rock? Man, I'm gonna check your channel out, bro. I don't go on Instagram or And they started content went down. Wow. So the guy said, "Boy's paying him 30 years, Mason." Wow. Yeah, they hate the working class. That's right. Remember everyone that gets a trophy, first or last. Yeah. Going through it out here. Wow. Well, I hope you're doing well, brother. And I hope your wife's doing well. Thanks for tuning in. How's our brother Whack doing? Lieutenant Tuscan, she says, extremely bad. Cloud election strategy is real. Cloud, I'm not familiar with that. But, the bottom line is people need to get out and vote. Here's the deal. I didn't like Trump. I never liked Trump. I thought his business strategies were kind of cool, but I didn't watch his show. You're fired. Who's the boss? Whatever that show was. I didn't watch it. I thought, whatever. But as a president, I liked him. Good, bro. Health is everything, brother. Hell yeah. We're well. We're well. I'm working in Vegas building cabinets. I always worked in plant ops. I was a plumber when you knew me, but we're healthy. AJ Hammers, so we can trade coward and pleb. Cool. Let me take a picture of that shit. Let's see. Let me get my camera because I won't remember that, bro. Let's see. Well, when I was in Donovan, Captain Lobatos lived in Tijuana. That's right. All right, cool. Yeah, so when you knew me, Snorrock, I was a plumber. Now I'm building cabinets. That's my thing is to work. That's what they got hands for. You get skills in there, and you got to use them, right? But we're living out here in Arizona in the desert, so up there, Tucson, and all them other places in Arizona, we don't really see it. We're out here in the middle of nowhere in the desert, so we're in a pretty safe place. I got to drive to Vegas every day for work. It is what it is. The wife's working in Kingman, so we're good. I was glad to get out of California, but we do miss our family and our friends. But I'm glad to see you tune in, bro. Thank you. And I'm gonna have to get with Whack. So the country's in trouble, man. If we don't do the right thing. So what I was saying is like I never liked Trump, but as a president, I liked him. I like what he did. He made NATO pay their fair share, just like he said. He didn't say, next year, 10 years now. Why are we supporting the security of Europe? Bottom line, I'm not a European. NATO might have been a good idea after World War II, but now it's kind of played out. Especially when you look at the shit they're doing with Ukraine, send them, hundreds of billions of dollars that should be coming to the United States, taking care of citizens here in this country. It's bullshit. So I liked him. He pulled out of the World Health Organization and the World Economic Forum. He stepped away from that shit, and it's all bullshit. Those are people trying to destroy our lives, not make it any better. That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, Snow Rock's always been a stand-up man, and stand-up men find the right direction in life because that's what they do. You have to understand everything is a real conspiracy. If you don't understand it is an actual conspiracy. Well, they use bad and broken to say they're going to fix it. Yeah. That's right, brother. It is. Money for the vets and the people in need. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, Will's on. What's up, Will? What's up, my brother? And this statement right here is true. A bad day out here is not nearly as bad as a good day in prison, you know. But I'm going to tell you, in prison, Snow Rock was a stand-up dude. Stood on his own 2 feet, made his own decisions, did what a man does, and I'm sure that's why he's in a position he's in out here in the world as far as his beliefs, his family, and his lifestyle. We're in third place for expensive housing. Wow. Well, you know, there's always Arizona for people that want to leave there, but you want to stay away from Phoenix and Scottsdale, that's for sure. So, you know, men find a way, you know. Men find a way, you know. So, anyways, everything in the world is an enemy to them, so their job is to torture you. Yep. Well, I believe that. I believe that people in power, and I mean real power, with the big, big, big money, you know, the Rothschild family, all them guys, this piece of shit George Soros, and you know, they look at us as insignificant. I really believe that. You know, I really think they believe we're insignificant, we're expendable. Oh, Tashanka, thank you. And I guess any other talk to women. Those girls, and I respect them big time for that. Oh, me too. You know, wax in the struggle, man. And that goes back to what I was just saying, where they feel like we're insignificant. And so here's a guy who's, you know, and again, his personal life, but he's a single dad. He's taking care of 2 young daughters, and his health isn't that great. And you know, he's not backing down, and he's not quitting. And what comes back to, you know, he's a man. He's got his issues just like everyone else, but he's doing what's right. And, you know, God bless him, and I wish him the best always. Raising 2 little girls in that situation is not easy. He's not getting much in the way of handouts. You know, his health took a shit on him a while back, so we'll get back on track with that. But let's see. You know, something about yeah, yeah. You know, you got single women out there too. You know, and I'm not taking anything away from that, Jeannie. Um, Women struggle a little harder sometimes, I think. But um, let's see. There it goes. You know, when you're a man, you know, Jeannie, how many guys you know bone out on their kids, right? That's my point with Whack. You know, he's taking care of them girls, and trust me, he's struggling pretty badly. So to stand up and be a man and take care of your family like that is not easy. It's a difficult thing, and I hats off to him. As if I'm myself there in the desert. Yeah, yeah. Arizona's nice. I'd like to see that, bro. And I'll repost that for real. Um, yeah, and that man or woman, you know. You know, man or woman raising kids by herself is you know, basically my wife raised a daughter by herself. You know, I was in prison, she was alone. So I mean, it's not an easy thing to do. Trust me, I know. Hats off to you, single parents. Tashanka Whitco, I like that. I like that picture there. You know, it's easy to follow the crowd. You know, I mean, look at the streets. San Diego, Sacramento, Los Angeles, Arizona, parts of Arizona. That's right. You got guys living in the street, shooting dope, smoking crack, doing all kinds of illegal stuff, shitting in a bucket, pissing in the gutter, crawling back in their little tent and nodding out all day because they're following the crowd. They're not standing up. They're laying down. And that's kind of what, society wants. Not necessarily you and I as society, but that's the government. Before I went to prison, if you pitch a tent on the street corner and try to live in a tent on the sidewalk, you're going to jail. Now they encourage it. You know what I'm saying? They don't mind it. They give them EBT cards for food and cash. So it's easy to just lay down and be nothing, It's easy to sponge off somebody. It's easy to sponge off the government. Look, my wife travels like 50 miles, 40, 50 miles a day to go to work and back. I travel 180 miles a day to go to work and back. It's 90 miles for me to get to work, 90 miles home. Yep, they want sheep. But the bottom line, that's what we got to do. Oh, yeah. Well, you travel in a truck, bro, and I don't know how much distance you travel. Some guys don't travel that far. Some guys, my friend out here, one of his brothers drove to the East Coast and back a couple times a month. So he saw everything. I'm sure you're seeing a lot just in your job as a truck driver, moving our goods around this country for us. You see what's going on. So, I mean, the fentanyl could be stopped if they wanted. Anything could be stopped. If they can stop you from doing anything as a citizen, they could stop illegal stuff if they wanted to, but they don't want to. They don't want to stop illegal drugs, and it creates crime, and crime makes money. Trust me. Crime feeds prisons, it feeds the cops, feeds probation, feeds the courts, feeds parole, feeds all the charities that take care of people's families when they're in prison, any assistance. Trust me. Fentanyl, all the illegal narcotics. It wants to make it so bad you can't even fucking retire if you're a working man. That's exactly right. Especially in states like California, New York, because they have so many programs that your tax dollars pay for that they need your money. Oh, yeah, you've seen street interviews? Oh, dude, that's sad. That's out of Arizona, I think. Man, dude, the fentanyl has just destroyed people's lives worse than heroin ever could. I guess it's just, oh, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's the American sheep game, money more ceremony. Yep. Your freedom is something that they don't value. Phoenix. Yeah, they don't value your freedom. They don't value your feelings. They don't value your family. Everything that you value, they want to destroy, and they've been at it for centuries. Um, centuries. But here's the deal. And I've seen this in prison. All right. Yeah, we got a homie on tonight from Philadelphia. One of the very first viewers. And he said it's a shithole, basically. So here's the deal: like in prison, uh, yep, in prison, like in Donovan, when they had like 3 different joint ventures, everyone was making minimum wage. The yard ran smooth. Oh man, you just try to eat healthy, bro. Yeah, we'll get to that. And Snow Rock can tell you, when there's money on a prison yard through PIA industry or joint venture, you got 1,000 dudes on the yard. Everyone's running smooth. No one wants to cause any waves because there's money. People are eating good. People are partying. People are having a good time. People ain't focused on the fact that they're in prison because they're making decent money and they're living comfortable. They're content. So on the streets, it should be the same way. If I was in power, I would want people paying as little as possible for gas, to travel, as little as possible for food, give them decent food, uh, so they could travel, see their families. You would have a healthy, happy, productive citizen, right? That's right, Matt. That's the way it is in prison, right? All them hormones is making everyone sick. That's true. So the bottom line is, yeah, see, that was a place to be because it stayed smooth. Everyone had money. So if it was like that on the streets, there's less trouble. When I'm not race baiting or none of that shit like Obama did, but when Obama was president, things are bad. There was tensions, uh, problems, riots, shootings, all kinds of shit all the time. And so when Trump was president, gas was cheap, food was cheap, things were better. People were working. Black unemployment was the lowest it's ever been in this country ever. What's WWE, bro? We're wrestling. Yep. Yep. Get the van. Oh, I got a van. I got a Dodge Caravan. Yeah, fake wrestling. But I'm riding the Indian and working back now. The weather's better. So why isn't it like that on the streets? Then Biden comes in, food's up, gas is up, taxes are up, everything's up, and it's fucked. No one trusts each other. People are drug use is up. 401k failures are up. That people are withdrawing their money. Yep, people withdrawing their money out of their 401k so they could live. It's a fucking nightmare. Why do you do that to your own citizens? Well, you do that to your own citizens because you're not a citizen. You're a slave to the international banking community because you owe them favors for all the dirty shit you did. Or you're a slave to China. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. So I guess we just have to stand up as people. Yeah, things are expensive in prison, and they sell you garbage. They sell you crap. Like they feed you like shit, and then they sell you meat in packages, pouches that's full of sodium and all kinds of shit. But it's the only way of getting meat. They sell you substandard products in the canteen at an outrageous price. That's what prison does. That's kind of how prison is. Yeah, look, they did to Freeway Ricky Ross. Had him selling their dope so they could finance a war, and then they busted him. But, it's not all doom and gloom. You have a vote, and if they don't steal the election, then there you go. If we can get Homeboy back in power, we can, hopefully he's got people behind. He's got a movement, man. And the people that want this country to belong to this country again. to the people. You know, the people own this country. We own this country, not the fucking banks, and not George Soros, and not all these socialist, communist cocksuckers that want to destroy our way of life. So cigarettes in prison go from $2 to $5 for one cigarette. That's if you can get it in there. That's exactly right, brother. $2 to $5 for a cigarette. You know, because they took tobacco away and tobacco's illegal. So go figure that. You know, they created their own black market. And I never saw anybody in there get a lung transplant. They said they did it for health reasons. Yeah, the Federal Reserve. And you know what? The Federal Reserve is just the next incarnation of bankers trying to control our money. If I'm not mistaken, the international banking community tried to control our money prior to that, and then it was a failure. We had a president, I forgot who it was, that put an end to it. Trust me, the Federal Reserve is a dirty, dirty group of people, and I think they had something to do with John F. Kennedy getting assassinated. You can't be a nation if you don't control your own currency. That's exactly right. And I posted a thing on Facebook. That basically said the relationship between the president of the United States and the Federal Reserve really is irrelevant. And it was that guy Greenspan saying that. He was the chairman of the Federal Reserve for a long time. So those of you that don't know, the Federal Reserve is not a government agency. It is a private group, a cartel of private bankers that control the United States currency, and they've turned it into a currency for the world. Saddam Hussein had pallets full of dollars, $100 bills everywhere. So I mean, you know, it's a currency that the world uses. And so that's why we have a military that costs us billions and billions of dollars. Our military costs us more than the budgets of several countries combined every year, because they're protecting the interests of the international bankers. They're not protecting the interests of the United States. The interests of the United States would be to mind its own fucking business. And I think international bankers also support China and some ways Russia. I don't know where the ruble gets its strength from. Well, different topics. Thank you. I don't know where Russia gets its strength from as far as its money. The chairman voted in and out of a seat, but the chairman doesn't mean shit. The money is all international bankers. So here's my question: where is all our gold? Fort Knox, right? The government doesn't care about anyone who can't do anything for them. Us lower class poor men are just ants doing our part for crumbs. Yeah, you know, and we're reaching for a bigger crumb. You know, you want a bigger piece so you can eat a steak more often and you can relax a little bit, maybe work less hours and you know, work closer to home and enjoy your home and your family, and you know, a little bit more. But their thing is just fucking power, dude. And I want the power to control my own life. I don't want power to control anyone else's life. But for some reason, they have this evil thing going on in their head that they have to control other people's lives, you know, financially and socially, and the same shit goes on in prison. You'll get a new warden and he'll say, I don't like these guys having those leather tools in their house because they could use them as a weapon. And they take away all the leather tools and all the leather work for a hobby. And those guys are making leather goods to make money to support themselves and their families sometimes. And I have a friend that lives 2 miles from me. He started doing leather work in prison in 1984, and he's still doing leather work right now. That's right, cheap drug. So it's not just a hobby; it's became a job for some guys. I do my artwork. They took artwork away, and then you might have a warden that's kind of kicked back, and then you'll have deputy wardens, associate wardens, and captains that don't like his policies, and they'll fuck with the inmates and instigate races or gangs or racial shit on the yards. They get problems. They could go to the warden and go, "See, you shouldn't give them that stuff. See how they act." What's up, Les? Yeah, Moose was a leather extraordinaire. He was. Big fat Moose. So, good to see you, Les. I hope you're doing well. And let's all give Les some positive vibes and prayers. He lost his wife several months ago. And I hope you're doing well, brother. So, prison's the same way. And then it trickles all the way down to the yard. You have prisoners on the yard who think they should be able to tell you what to do. And, oh my God, bro. I hope you're all right, man. Hey, babe. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Les. And so, some guys think they can run the yard, they get shot collar. Some of them make wise decisions to keep everybody out of trouble. You quit smoking. Yeah, prayers for Les and his health. So, it's the same thing like in prison that goes on out here. But in prison, man, you really have no power. That's badass. That's badass, Les. I'm glad to hear that. I hope your health improves, brother. You still living there in Merced? Same place? The same functions around the yard are exactly the same as the government. Exactly. They pit people against each other. It's just I watch that prison guard every now and then. I'll see a clip from him, and he's like, "Well, we had 8 murders this year in prison, and CDC could have stopped it." And he talked about one murder where the guy's life was known to be in danger, and the guy's family called the prison, and blah 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 blah, and the guy ended up getting killed. They could have prevented that. And I give him, he's an ex-prison guard. I give my hat off to him because he doesn't like what's going on in there, and he knows that people are being murdered because of politics. There's power struggles within the prison. The California Department of Corrections, California Department of Corruption. There's power struggles in there, all the way up to the governor, who the governor appoints as warden, who the governor appoints as director. Their policies, staff who have to enforce them, staff who agree with them, staff who don't agree with them. They use the inmates as pawns, and people die. And it's fucking terrible shit. Because the guys doing the killing, the guys getting killed, have no say in the matter. They're just doing their fucking time trying to live and trying to get through it. And you got politicians within CDC and up in Sacramento that they use inmates as pawns, and inmates die. So I mean, it's fucked, dude. It was a bad experience. And what they were willing to give us, poor eats the rich. Well, it'd be nice. Like, I work in a non-union shop. My shop is non-union. They pay me all right. I mean, we talked. I make more money than people out here in Arizona make. So, and I'm starting wages more than people that have worked at American Woodmark cabinet shop up in Kingman for years. So unions are good. Cabinet makers union took a shit years ago because of all the backyard shops. But some cases unions are good, especially in large industries, you know. But you know, we had a prisoners union at one time in California. That's kind of gone by the wayside. Prison unions, prisoners have no rights, basically. You know, it's kind of sad. What I don't like about people that, like in California, you have people that claim to be stepping up for prisoners and all that shit. A lot of the stuff they want to do is stupid. They don't know the bare bones of prison. What's wrong with the prison system? What makes life so fucked up for prisoners in California? Scott Budnick, you know, he made the Hangover movies. He's involved with prison reform. His big thing was to get guys out of the shoe. You know, he got all the gang members out of the shoe and he pats himself on the back and all that shit. That's cool, whatever. But, you know, what about our family visits? What about our packages? What about our hobby? What about jobs? What about money for jobs? What about all these other things? You know, shitty living conditions that make your life miserable when you have to do a long term. Things are good, brother. Thank you. You know, what about those issues? I mean, guys were in the shoe for 30 fucking years. They had advocates, they had lawyers and all that other stuff. Guys in the mainline don't have advocates. They don't have lawyers. They don't have people stepping up saying, you know, why is the food so bad? That's one of the major issues for me. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was smuggling tobacco so I could buy food. I used the tobacco money. Sometimes I gave some to my mom. Sometimes I gave some to Adrian. Sometimes I got a package. Sometimes I got our supplies with it. But by and large, the food was so fucking bad in prison that you can't eat it. And I'm a big dude and I like to work out still back then. Yeah, I would take tobacco and buy food from guys that worked in the butcher shop and guys that worked in the kitchen. So I would get that's right. I would get hot links, raw chicken, raw hamburgers, raw stew meat. Yeah, well, you know, you're not in, they use food as the punishment. So I would buy that stuff with tobacco. I get vegetables. I had a big pickle jars full of macaroni, one full of oatmeal, one full of rice. So I could eat myself, you know. You know, they had spices, you know, like garlic and all that bullshit. But I used tobacco to buy that stuff. And without tobacco, I would have been probably trying to find a way out. And I did. I worked in a carpenter shop. I used to go in the kitchen. My boss is pretty cool. I go in the butcher shop once a week on Fridays. And I got a 5-gallon bucket full of meat. You know, but it forces you, and the same things in society. You know, I have a friend of mine, his daughter got busted driving a car across the border full of dope. And she did some time. She's out now, but you know, financial times made her. She made a bad decision, and that's true. So bad times and hard times force people to make bad decisions about their life. So it's the same thing in prison, you know. But in prison, you're already in there. So the worst thing they can do is throw you in the hole, you know. So. And they're not going to throw you in the hole for stealing a 5-gallon bucket full of chicken or hamburgers. So, last year, I remember Link Ray. He used to do Wipeout, right? Didn't he do that song Wipeout? I don't know the other guy. John Cipollone. I don't know him, but Link Ray, didn't he do that song Wipeout, the original version of that? Yeah, look at that. John Valor, I'm still waiting to get that job link, brother. Oh, and since you guys, we got a few more viewers, not many, but we got 38. Just so you know, this is his brother's shirt company. It's 928 Shirt Company, Arizona made. He's on Instagram. They're selling shirts to social media right now, so check him out on Instagram. Tell him you want a shirt. Check him out what he's got. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend. Man, what's that whack? There's videos on YouTube right there. I'll check them out. Roger Williams is good. Oh, by the way, I want to say our friend Roger Williams been diagnosed with an illness. You said leukemia, babe? So let's give Roger Williams, he does our intro song still, right? Huh? Yeah. He's a hell of a guitarist, and he's got an illness that I would just pray that he can get over it.
We love our Roger Williams.
And we love Roger. So let's give some prayers, positive vibes, whatever you believe in, for our brother Roger Williams, that he can overcome this illness. He's, I've communicated with him a little bit here and there. He's a super, super good dude. Let's give him some prayers. Yeah, that's right, Whack. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you, brother. Hey, babe, I got Snow Rock and Whacked on.
What?
Homies.
Oh, wow.
Homies in the house. Yeah. It's been dropping content like a motherfucker. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's Snow Rock.
Hi,
Right there.
Tashanka.
There's Snow Rock.
Hi, Whack. Hi, Star Rock. Hi, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Homie just got out and made it. Yeah, that's Roger Williams, bro. He's
been with us a long time.
Yeah.
Hi, JP.
Yeah. Well, Snow Rock and Whack, we love you guys too. Big time. And appreciate you, Hell, I appreciated you in the joint, man. I used to watch you walk laps for your homies and shit, and I'd be sitting on the handball court at Night Yard and watch you walk by with your homeboys, and I'd be like, that's right. Nobody was busting a grape. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Whack said, what's up?
Hi, Whack.
And that's a quality of a stand-up person, doesn't like controversy or any of that shit that would cause a normal motherfucker. Carl, what's up, brother? Would cause a normal guy anxiety. It didn't faze him. Just live this life normal every day.
Is that our Carl?
Yep, Carl. What's up, Carl? Hope you're feeling better, brother.
Hi, Carl.
Let's give some prayers and positive vibes out for Carl as well. I miss Smiley.
Hi, Jenny.
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
how are you doing, Carl?
I hope you're feeling better, Carl.
How's the wife doing?
Yeah.
Doing fine. Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
Carl,
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's the thing. Him and Snow Rock both. That all that bullshit. That was just other people telling people, hey, you gotta hate them dudes. You can't live on the yard with them. Blah 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 blah. I didn't give a fuck about all that shit. I didn't care. Snow Rock. Let's see. That's right, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. What's going on? John. Let's see. That's right, Carl. She went out to have some fresh air, but yeah, look, man, when someone's telling you you have to hate somebody and you have to dislike somebody. Uh-oh, there's a puppy. Come here. Come here. We got him gated in the living room. They took over our living room, but this one keeps crawling out. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come on, baby. Come on. I think she just doesn't like the crowd. Come on, baby. Look at this. Look at this little puppy. Yeah. This is Amber's puppy. This puppy's 7.5 weeks old. Look how big she is. Look at that. That's a big puppy. Huh. Yeah. Well, on some levels, yes.
She out again.
Yeah. She sees mommy. Hey, it's all right, baby. Yeah. So here's the deal. When you got white dudes buying dope from blacks or Mexicans, hey, baby, you want to grab her?
Yeah,
And they're not paying them, that causes a problem for whites, especially in your higher level prisons. Come on, baby. Yeah. That causes problems. You got her? We got some that are even bigger than her.
I'll bring big boy up.
But oh well, we had white powder homes. Amber had puppies, so we got them shots, got them fixed, and they're gonna pick them up Monday and take them up and get them homes. But so if you got a white dude, I'm just gonna throw this out like this, right? He's buying dope from the Southsiders, and he's not paying. He pays for a while, then he don't pay. He owes $500-600, $1,000.
Sorry,
This is
I know
big
you're in the
boy.
middle of this. Is big boy.
is big
He'll be
boy.
8 weeks old
This
on
is
Monday.
Oh, yeah.
He's huge.
Look at that. This guy's like twice as big as that little one. Yeah, big boy. This is big boy. We call him big boy. God, he's huge. Huh. He's twice as big as Chewy.
Okay, I'm gonna put them to bed.
That's right.
Crazy.
Yeah, all right, big boy.
and look at little girls already out.
That's right. So then the Southsiders come and go, hey man, dude's not paying. So all right, now we have a problem. Either white dude stabs that dude, he gets in trouble, and then that guy gets stabbed. Everybody involved with the move gets in trouble because somebody's gonna rat nowadays. You can't get away with that shit nowadays. Or like in my case, I go to the white dude with Ricky Ray when we were at Corcoran. I go, hey man, they're gonna stab you. They want to kill you because you owe money. And he's like, no, I don't think they should segregate. I think they should unify. But that's not going to happen. And so I went up to this guy, Short Dog. I go, hey, you know who you owe money to, and they want you stabbed. They're going to stab you. So, and he goes, man, can you guys help me out? Because we were slinging dope too. We were making money selling dope. And I look at Ricky. I go, yeah, we'll help you. And Ricky goes, yeah, we'll help you. And he goes, he thought we were going to help him pay his debt. And I go, I'll give you a knife. And, you can go stab the guy you owe money to because obviously that's the guy that wants you hurt. And he just went, oh. He just sunk because, he knew he didn't have the balls to do that. He had the balls to run up that debt and put every white dude on the yard in jeopardy. What's going on? And he ended up locking up. And then he told about where knives were in the building. So politics, as far as racial shit goes, in some level, is it's necessary. It keeps a lot of people safe on all sides. But on other issues, it's kind of like we used to play baseball. Like back, I remember in Tracy, we had like 25 baseball teams. That's true. That's absolutely true. We're outnumbered out here as well, but we don't get pounced on. You can ask Whack and you can ask Snow Rock, their own experience. They can tell you that white dudes, like in Lancaster, we were outnumbered pretty bad, but so in Tracy, we had like 25 baseball teams. You had white teams, Mexican teams, Southsiders, Northerners, whites, blacks. Everyone had a baseball team. There were no mixed teams, but whites would go out and play baseball, softball against blacks. That'd be pretty badass. We should try that some night. We should try that. If Snow Rock's down, I'm down. We just got to figure out how to do it. And so then they would have a playoffs, and then they would have like a World Series, softball World Series. Then there might be a white team against a black team or a Southsider team, whatever. Everyone played sports against each other. No big deal. Later on, now, no interracial sports. Whites can play sports against Southsiders. That's it. You see what I mean? And I said, what are you guys, scared? So on some level, racial politics are necessary. It keeps a lot of people safe. That's right. But on other issues, it's bullshit. Like when I was in Donovan, when Snow Rock was there was a white dude. He was a drummer, and they had a little band, and there was a black dude in the band, and he goes, "Hey man, these dudes are telling me, blah blah blah." There you go. That says it all. The white dudes wouldn't let him play in the band on the yard during some kind of event they had. Because he goes, "Hey," I go, "Hey, bro, that's your battle. I'm not going to fight that battle for him, But I thought it was pretty stupid, And so that statement right there is true, and that's the reason white dudes in prison in California don't get pounced on by other races, because they will step up. But the sad part about that is a lot of those murders were white dudes killing other white dudes, which has always been, but more so now, because really, like the black and white politics really have gotten a lot better over the years. The whole time I was in prison, I never had a riot with blacks. Last riot with blacks and whites that I remember, when yards that I was on was in '79 at Folsom. And that's when they stabbed up a bunch of guys in the canteen line, and that put an end to hostilities between blacks and whites at Folsom. And that was guys that were pretty serious about it. But white dudes do have a reputation in California prison for killing people, and not just stabbing people, but for killing them. And that's just the way it is. And I think a lot of white dudes ride on that reputation that don't have that in them. I was talking to a friend of mine out here that lives close by, and I was like, most dudes in there won't kill no one, and a lot of guys won't even stab anyone. And he's like, yeah, I don't understand. You're in prison for murder, but you won't stab anyone. But there are enough guys in there who will. So I don't want to say it protects the white dudes, but it makes it so white dudes can live in there without having to worry about being victims of predatory behavior from other races. And my experience with blacks and from Texas. Thank you, Nathan Bennett. Thank you, brother. Thanks for following. Like with blacks in Lancaster, guy in jail. I sell 10 seconds about. I sell a guy. Here had 3 for mom and I jumped on the bed. Like in Lancaster, I worked in the education building. My arts and corrections was in education. The porter in there was a youngster, black dude, bought the business. He was a good dude, and we had a couple riots with the Southsiders. And he came in arts and corrections with a bone crusher, and I'm like, "What's up with that?" And he goes, "If you ever need this, let me know." I was like, "All right," but I used to just talk to him on a straight up level, like I talk to anyone, and I think that's the key to respect: is you talk to people from all races while you're in prison with the same level of respect that you talk to anyone with, and you're going to get some respect. People will respect you. Unfortunately, not everyone does that. There's a lot of junkies in there, a lot of people who put drugs before anything else, and that so Gary, my poor band a question he couldn't. Well, here's the deal. Like in California, whites sell with whites. White dudes sell with white dudes. Native Americans sell with Native Americans. They tried interracial selling. They got a federal court order to interracial sell, and I just told me I sell with whites, and that's it. So a couple guys they tried to put in to sell with each other, and they just took off on the whatever. They took off on the guy that they were trying to sell them up with, and then that was the end of that. You're not allowed to sell with another race in California prison system. That's just the way it is, and I don't disagree with that because I don't think it's a good idea. If a guy wants to, whatever, what I do like now is that they let all the gang members out of the shoe. And one of the things was like when I was in prison, they're like, "Oh, you can't have white Crips on the yard, can't have white Bloods on the yard." That was like the mandate. And now the mandate is if a guy's a white Crip or a white Blood, he can be on the yard, hands off. So I kind of like that because if a guy grows up in a neighborhood and he's a white Crip, whatever, I mean, that's what he is, Why should you it's not like he's Rick Coldcock. Why should he be a job at Caltrans at 5 years away? Stay down. That's badass. That's job security. So if a guy grows up in a certain hood or he's a certain thing on the street and he comes to prison, why should he be victimized for something that's just the way he is? I mean, what do you want him to do? Like quit being a Crip and then hook up with run around with skinheads? I mean, come on, man. The guy is what he is. Why should you victimize him for that? So I kind of agree with that policy. I've always just been myself, so I don't give a fuck what yard politics were. The shit was stuff that was was right, and I'd abide by it. Stuff that wasn't. If there was a riot against whites, you're participating. Period. But I mean, how I live my daily life in prison is the same way I live my daily life out here. I just made up my mind. I'm not going to let prison fuck my psyche up, my train of thought, my cognitive function is not going to change by some asshole in the yard. And I said, "Oh, well, that's simplex in the right. I'm going to get you." Yep. What prison was that? Good night, Snow Rock. We'll have to hook up and do that. What Wax suggested. That'd be a riot, dude. That'd be cool as fuck. Have a good night, brother. Yeah, so like the chow halls are segregated. Blacks sat on. If you walk in, get your training, walk out. Blacks sat here, whites and Mexicans sat here. That's just always the way it was. We will. We'll have to organize that. I would see a black dude sit at a white table case. Usually it was to talk business or something, but you know. Thank you, Matt. You know, the bottom line is, you know, I knew I had to do it. So I did it, you know. Wow. Are you serious? Are you a black dude? Floyd? Wow. San Diego County Jail youth tank. Wow. Floyd. You from Lakeside? I got a homeboy named Floyd. Wow. Floyd, you from Lakeside? Uh, oh, wow. Wow, what's up, Floyd? Wow, it's a homeboy from Lakeside. Wow. Been a long time, Floyd. Wow. 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 What's going on, bro? I've been out for over 6 years. I live in Arizona. Wow. You still in Lakeside? I went through there a while back and it was not the same. Wow. Hey, Floyd, my email is Mitch at hardintentions.com. Shoot me a hookup. We'll chat. Wow. Oh, yeah, Tashanka. I ride 90 miles to work. I work my ass off for 10 hours and then I ride 90 miles home, and it's like therapy. It's like an hour and a half of therapy. Yeah, you did, because Floyd and I. No, I don't think so, bro. I just have a YouTube channel. Telling my story, you know, and chatting it up. Yeah, Mitch at hardintentions.com. That's my email, Floyd. Please shoot me your hookup. Also on Instagram, Hard Intentions. Wow. So when I was fighting my case, they put me in the juvenile tank in San Diego County Jail, and Floyd was in the tank with me. Until I turned 18, then I went to an adult tank, and I haven't seen him since that time. Wow. Someone told me you were in a wheelchair. I don't know if that's true. I asked about you here and there, and someone said, "Oh, he's in a wheelchair or some shit." I don't know if that's true or not, bro. I haven't seen you. I haven't seen him for a long, but he's a homeboy. He's from Lakeside, where I grew up. So that just blows my mind. The dirt with Floyd, really, I haven't. There's no dirt. He's just a homeboy. In the back. So you got your back's fucked up. Oh, you have to get a hold of me, bro, and give me your hookup so we can communicate. Yeah, so Floyd, he's from Lakeside, man, and he's a homeboy, you know. We sat in the juvenile tank together for a couple of months, and then, you know, I went on to the adult tank and on to prison. Oh, wow. Got a blade in the back. So put you in a wheelchair? Wow, that's fucked up, bro. Well, I'm glad you made contact with me, bro. Yeah, I know. uh, yeah, he's a homeboy. You know, it's from Lakeside. Wow, he's from the town. And you know, he can tell you Lakeside is not Lakeside's in San Diego County, where I grew up, and so when I grew up out there, we're about the same age. So there were probably anywhere from 6 to 8, 10 guys in a motorcycle club that live in Lakeside. We have an Indian reservation right on our border. Good to hear from you, brother. I'll definitely please email me. Uh, you know, Lakeside was full of bikers, cowboys, and guys from the res. You know, Barona Indian Reservation, uh, and you know, it was a trippy town, man. We would fight with guys that were cowboys. The guys that wanted to grow up and be bikers usually got along pretty good with the Native Americans from Verona. And it was, you know, Lakeside it was a rough and tumble town, man. It was a small town. The Lakeside Hotel, I had to put it this way: Lakeside Hotel was a biker bar, hotel, cowboys being there, bikers being there, fights. Um, Homeboy Chris Todd Dalton got stabbed in the head there, talking shit to some guys in a bike club. Uh, you know, it was a motherfucker, man. Growing up there was fun, but it was tough. It's a tough town. When I went to Donovan State Prison, which is in San Diego County, my building officer tells me in the night I got there, he's like, "So where are you from?" I'm from San Diego. He goes, "Where at?" Uh, yeah. And you know, back then that's in San Diego County. So I told the cop, "Oh, I'm from Lakeside." He goes, "Ooh." I go, "What's up?" He goes, "I don't go out there." I go, "Why not?" He goes, "You ain't gonna find me swinging from a tree." It was funny the way he said it, but you know, it was a rough town. It was a good town though. You know, you learn a lot of. Yeah, remember that, Chris? I don't know where Chris is at. I heard he did some dumb shit, but Todd, he's dead. He told him he told some guys in the bike club, only colors I see flying this town, you know, and they, you know, they got into it and they stabbed him in the head. That's right. Get in touch with me, please, Floyd. Wow. Wow. What a trip, man. What a trip. Things are definitely different nowadays, brother. But, you know, I want to say next Thursday, I'm taking a bike ride with a friend of mine. Thank you, brother. Some school bumping. Isn't that something? Lakeside was no joke. You know, I didn't end up in prison for no good reason. I'll tell you that. Um, so next week on Thursday, I'm cutting out. I'm going to go to Northern California. You know, I got a homeboy that comes on here, Mick. I don't know. You're sure you know who he is, Floyd. He's from Dago, Big Mick Rush. So I have another friend, Mickey. Two different guys, not the same person. Mickey did 45 years in prison. Mickey got arrested when he was 16 years old. He was in Tracy when he was 17. He did a few more years than me. Well, he got busted a few years before me. He did 45 years. So my friend that lives out here with me in this area knew him in Tracy. I met him in 85. We've been friends ever since. I got him a job working at Forensic Clean for a while, but he's from Cocoa County, which is another bad motherfucking town. That's right, Will. Adrian helped Liam get his goal on his reading. books. That's awesome that he was involved with that program. Anyway, Mickey is from Cocoa County. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Sheep Truck. Respects to you and yours as well. So Mickey got stabbed 5 times in 1 year, and when he was in Tracy in DVI. I haven't seen him, but I speak with him now and then, bro. And so they used to call him Buddy Holly, and the blacks on the tier be like, "There's Buddy Holly, there's Buddy Holly, get Buddy Holly." You know, he got hit one time with a, yeah, they hit him with a homemade hatchet one time. You know, Mickey went through it, man, and then he went to San Quentin, been to Folsom. He's a very good friend of ours. He's got cancer. They let him out of prison, and soon after he started losing weight. Found out he had prostate cancer. And you can't tell me they didn't know he had cancer because when you're, and you know, he's a couple years older than me. When you hit like certain age in prison, they start testing your PSA levels. They do physicals because your age. So you can't tell me they didn't know he had cancer. That's bullshit, and you know that's probably why they let him out. That's right. You were there, Floyd, when I hit that dude in the ear, right? I got into it with some black dude in that tank, and he was sitting on a mop bucket, and I went up and hit him in the ear and busted his eardrum. So anyway, you know, Mickey's been out a little over 4 years, but you know, he's in a lot of pain. The cancer spread to his bones, and his doctor told him he probably has less than 6 months to live. So, you know, we love him. So we're going to ride out next Thursday and go see him. I took PTO from work. Thank you, Joshua. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Yeah, we're going to ride up and go see him. So, and it might be the last time we see him, but we love him. And that's what people, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he was, so the juvenile tank had 5 cells. They had a table and a TV, and this dude had his bed up on the table, and no one could sit down. And I don't know what happened. I think I threw his shit on the floor or whatever, because you know we wanted to sit down there and watch TV, and he was being kind of a bully. And Floyd actually fought him first, so they got a little well where you go through pop gate, they close the pop gate, and then they open this gate and you go in the tank. So there's a well right there. So the cop let him go in the well. Floyd, yeah. Floyd fought this dude. For a dude's my size, Floyd's not my size. Floyd went out there because he's got balls from Lakeside, and he fought the dude. And yeah, that's right. Thank you, brother. And so when they came back later, I told the cop, "Hey, man, now it's me and him go in the well and get him up," you know. And the guy didn't want to go in there and fight with me, so he's sitting on a bucket, a mop bucket. So I just went up to him, bam, and I hit him in the ear, and he started screaming. I think I busted his eardrum, and I hit him a few times, and the cop told me, "Hey, you know," he just wailed like a bitch, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's right. You went in the well with him. The guy was being a bully though, so Floyd Floyd called him out. Yeah. Well, he is from Lakeside, so you know. Yeah, that's what that was. You went in the tank with him, went in the well with him. And then, I was I really wasn't hip to what was going on. I don't know if I was taking a nap, whatever. I don't know. Floyd went and was like, fuck it, I'm going in the well. And the cop would let you fight in the well. And so after that, I was like, now it's our turn, And yeah, yeah, I remember that shit. That dude was a bully. And so now hopefully he's hearing out on one side of his head, not two. That dude was in San Quentin later on, bro. I seen him I think he was on the San Quentin football team. Yeah. What's up in New Zealand? Yeah, so wow. That is just yeah, you want to be everybody's friend after that. After I socked him in the fucking head. Yep, fucking bully. I hate fucking bullies. Oh, we got the little puppy sniffing on Rosie. She's bigger than Rosie, and she's almost 8 weeks old. Come here, puppy. Come on, baby. This is the only one that can get out. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. There you go. There you go. You're going to have to hang out with me now. Yeah. This is an adventurous one. Huh. Yeah. I think their dad's a Malamute. Look at that. No, he wasn't much of a bully after that. Like Floyd said, he was trying to be everyone's friend. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Problem with puppies is you want to keep them all. Yeah. When bullies get their ass beat, it's a whole nother deal. I was fighting a murder beef. I didn't give a fuck. I knew I was going to prison and, fuck him, He beat up my homeboy a little bit. Didn't hurt Floyd too bad. He did get a few stitches, but that was from the bars, Well, that guy was beating up my crime partner, but yeah, yeah. Yeah, I turned 18 in that tank, bro, fighting a murder, man. I was a wreck. I didn't want to say it and I don't want to show it. I was a wreck because I knew I was going to prison. So, yeah, yeah. You're on TV. You're on TV, kiddo. Did you ever go back to jail, bro? Just curious. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll let you down. Hey, babe,
Yeah.
we got a wanderer. Yeah, sure. You do what you got to do, man. So here's the deal. Yeah, I am, brother. Um, back then, I don't know how it is now. Guys rat on each other and all that shit, but I just had to do what I had to do. I knew I had to fight this case. Good, good, no jail, good. Fuck jail. Yeah, it is, but I mean, it's like I'd already been to youth authority, and I knew, you can't let some fucking fat mouth bully have his way. Um, you can't just jump up right away and stab the dude or beat his fucking face in. I knew I was going to do a long time, soup time, because I had to go to board to get out, and the system was changing, and I didn't think I was ever going to get out, really. But So you have to let a bully prove himself to be a bully. So the first time he fucks with you as an individual, you can get busy. Hey, knock it off. Knock it off, Rosie. She's growling like a puppy. You know, so the first time a bully fucks with you, you can get with it. But if he doesn't fuck with you personally, you have to wait until he proves himself a bully. So in this case, you know, my homeboy got into it with him, and that just pissed me off because I like Floyd, and he's from the hometown. He was a good dude. I liked him, and that was it. You know, Rosie. You know, so that I had to, I had to do what I do. I kind of enjoyed it. Smack him in the side of his fucking head, popping his eardrum. That's kind of nice. I don't regret it. Fuck him, you know. I was I never bullied people. That's not the thing, you know. But let's grab up our music to this. I'm gonna just went out on the shotgun. Oh wow. Yeah, most I don't know, bullies run, you know, when the odds are against them, they cower down. Um God, I could tell you some stories, but I can't say their names. You know, that's the thing about my channels. When I tell stories, I really not try not to say names. Um, I did the thing about John Greshner and shit. That dude really is irritating motherfucker. He's not from California. He's a fucking turd. He's in federal time, but I really think I need to do a video, and I think I can say a couple guys' names without okay, his brother jumped on me in his chair. Oh wow. Wow, why would a motherfucker jump on a guy in a wheelchair, bro? That's buck punk shit. Wow. Yeah, so I think I can do a video and kind of say some things about, but not, nothing incriminating. Uh, there are some stand-up guys in prison that are decent guys, especially back in the time when I went to prison. I don't know about now. When I get out, there were still a few guys in there that were decent, but drunk bully, there you go. Those guys helped me get through prison time. When you got a guy who's a stand-up motherfucker with a good reputation, and they say, hey, they kind of take you in and teach you the ropes and show you how to live, I'm gonna take care of them dogs. That's a stand-up dude. And there were quite a few of them in prison when I first went in. Not so much now. Everyone kind of follows a crowd. People are scared. It's a whole different scene now. So stay out of prison. And if you go, mind your manners, Well, we've been on for a while. It's good to be back doing lives. I work a lot. I'm tired a lot, and I don't get half as much shit done around here as I'd like to. But it's good to come on, see the Heart Intentions family. Rosie, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna have to sign out. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I love you. I always say you guys are the ones that make the channel. Thank you, brother. Nog face. Look at that wave. Well. Good night, Floyd. Take care, brother. Take care, JP. John, thank you. Josh, thank you. Will, if I come, I'm going to have someone with me, the guy you met when you helped me move. We will talk, brother. Thank you. Good night, Floyd. Thanks for checking in, brother. It's good to know you're alive and well, brother. Thank you. I love you guys. Good night, Matthew. Soup time. Tashanka. Everyone, good night. Thank you. And we will see you again soon. I'm going to have to do a video this week. Take care. Get out there and do it hard. Good night.